What all can go wrong when a community-based program engages with a government poverty relief program? Let us find out from Garth Brook, the founder of River Rangers in Clarens. Welcome, Garth.
Yeah, Chris, thank you, man. Long time no talk, eh? Um,
I'm no
you
longer the
know,
Queen of Clarens.
I know you're the Queen of Clarence. We don't have anybody else, and we in charge. Don't worry. No, you're really 100%. And your visit is well overdue. The valley's waiting for you with our moon coffee and so on and all that. And the winter's coming, 11 degrees today, and it's going down. Anyway, what can go wrong? You know, um,
Let's start by uh, you telling us what was the aim of your initiative.
Okay, well, Chris, fly fishing became almost a religion of mine in a way. But I came from a high tech industry and bombed out and said I wanted to get involved. And fly fishing takes you to the environment and takes you to rivers, particularly river. Okay, and it's a long story, but anyway, by default, the government asked me to come to Clarence area to look for employment and teach people to get involved in river rehabilitation or fly fishing and that kind of equipment. So we got involved in that, and the whole process has been cleaning up the environment, cleaning up the river systems. Okay, and I soon discovered, of course, that the people that you're employing are poverty. This is huge poverty out here. So this is not like the cosmopolitan Victoria Joburg where I came from. These people, you got a family, the woman does the work, and that's it. There is no other work. We don't have Sassels. We don't have Toyotas or BMWs. There is nothing, okay, other than dinosaurs, which we can talk about some other time, but other. And I got seriously involved in that. And we did very well with the Department of Environmental Affairs, okay. Or tourism, sorry, I lied. Tourism. Department of Tourism. And we did so well. We got project after project we employed, and it's hard. It's hard, Chris. When you employ people, they used to say to me, "But you want to employ 80 people and 300 pitch up and 350 pitch up. Whatever. How do you employ them?" And we'd have to get them to put their ID books into a can. It's sort of a plastic can. And the first 80 that came out was 60 got the job, and then the rest have to walk away. Chris, it's hard. It's bloody hard.
At the height of your program, how many people did you manage to give employment to?
We got to the top rating of about 182 people, and that's just 80% were female. Okay. And that ranged between Clarence and Vicksburg. We were growing, and everything went well until suddenly things changed. Working for water, we did a.
Garth, how did it go wrong?
I'm gonna, yeah. We had a contract with Working for Water, and I'm Working for Water is a great brand, and there's no doubt about it. It's got a good brand, but that brand is gone. They've destroyed that brand, and I'm saying that hard. It is hard. It's a great idea, a great initiative, and it should have been looked after a lot better than it is at the moment. Okay, so we got up to 182 people, and 3 months into the contract, they decided to change the game. Okay, and the game was to move from normal employment where we use biometric system. Biometric is a thumbprint, job in, job out, you get paid for work. No problem. People got paid in 30 days, everybody was happy. And in came this whole new scheme without any consultation with the implementer, because we are an implementer. That's what our function is. And they just decided that this is it. And we had half a day's training, although when you ask them, they say training was provided. The wrong word training, it's actually half a day. Nobody can learn in half a day, okay? We were never consulted about whether this will work or not. And they came into some really fancy stuff that doesn't work. It's just crazy. I mean, job categorization. They only pay people when everybody's finished doing all the different work. Now, we had something like 20 contractors. So all 20 contractors have to finish their allocated work before anybody gets paid. So you can sit 6 months, 4 to 5, 6 months and wait for money in a poverty-stricken area. The guys have lost the plot, completely lost the plot. Okay. So we ended the contract. We didn't sign off. There's no sign off for the contract. There's no proof that we signed off at all. And we sold off a lot of our assets to pay people's the staff, the people that actually really. I mean, I'm talking about people got nothing. Okay, and we paid them all off, and management ourselves included. We haven't got paid. We haven't seen a cent in 5 years, Chris. And I took the case to the public protector.
Let's go there, Garth. What has your experience been engaging with the public protector to try and get redress here?
Yeah, that is the core issue. That's a good question there, Chris. Yeah, Chris, the public protector. I thought in my stupidity and naivety that this is where God settles the deal. These are the people that protect the public. Okay, that's not true. Okay, that is absolutely not true. 5 years, uh, and I think I tried to copy you on some of the mail just to keep you in touch too, because I don't think you would believe me, Chris. I mean, most of the time I think you do trust me, but this time you would have said to me, "Well, listen, you're smoking," because 5 years is a long time. Okay, but we had to do the process. We had to go through the due process. Otherwise, we get accused of being hyperactive or whatever. And we had to prove to them, which we did, that this money was owing and that we want to be paid. And they disappeared with the thought. The silence is sort of the game that they play. I think they learned this in Russia. What's it called? A Stalingrad technique or something like that. I don't know. But they just back off and disappear. And you get no answers to your emails. You get no answers to anything that you drive. You find that they eventually will have like a hearing. We had a hearing, and I came out positive. I really thought this is how good they are at it. I thought, well, these guys are not so bad after all, Garth. Garth, you're the bad guy. You really must wake up and try and be nice to people. People don't bite they're nice people. And as it turned out, well, nothing happened about that. After the hearing, there was meant to be a report for the hearing, and that report will then decide whether justice will be given and whether we will get paid or not. And we had our case all wrapped up and why. And I soon discovered, Chris, that the, there's a lot of good people in working for water. There's a lot of and the young people are really good people. And they they blame them, they look at them and say, "You're at fault." Well, they're not at fault. The problem lies within middle management of working for water. And that is something that the minister is going to have to address if he hasn't already. I'm not sure what's going on there now. But what I am certain about is the period that we worked there, the good brand was failing, okay? And the public protector was protecting that. They were not protecting the river rangers. They were not looking after us to say that you guys do deserve to get paid and that this should be happening or that should. It was absolutely, and to this hour, there's not been a single initiative from the public protector to say, "Guys, here's the report. This is what we found. This is what you must do to solve this problem." And it's a sad moment for a South African because we're all South Africans, Chris. I don't know where these guys come from. They don't. They seem to put themselves somewhere else and think that they can just decide for us as whether we're going to get paid or not. It's not. It's a fundamental problem with the system. It's corrupt. It's got to be.
Are you saying that the whole system is compromised, or is that how it feels like to you?
I think that's correct, Chris. You're right. You know the nail on the head there. I mean, it's compromised completely. It's not something that it's not even negotiable. It's that silence, that deadly silence that you have to sit through night after night, day after day. You've got banks to talk to who don't listen to you because you can't blame them. I mean, they're in the private sector and that's their business. But suddenly you are absolutely nothing to anybody. You've got no money coming in. You're not going to get employment because there is no other employment. And you get told as well, by the way. I was told don't bother to tend. It's not going to get anything anyway. So after 182 people in the field, and even today, people will stop you in the street, black people, folks from the township, and they'll say to you, "Mr. Brook, when are you coming back?" Because they haven't got work. And it's a political thing. Working for water must jump out of the politics and get back to employing people and employ proper implementers. I mean, we were more than willing, and still are today, in fact, happy to work with working for water. I mean, what's his name? Ocamp, I think he's a minister or something. He must come and see me in Clarens, and we'll help him. We'll get it right for them because it's a damn good product. It seriously does employ people, and it can work very, very well. It's got nothing wrong with it. The environment needs it. Our river systems need it. I mean, the water quality is shocking. Eh? We in the upper reaches of the wall, that Orange River system. That's the drinking water for the metropolitan. You can't drink the water here, Chris. Never mind when it gets down there. So there's an awful lot of work to do, and tourism's our business. Fly fishing is our business, and we got to clean up the water, clean up the act, and it's a great opportunity to do that. But it's been compromised, as you correctly said, totally, completely. And the public protector is not sitting and supporting and have no intention at all. Honestly, it's almost as though they're answering to a third wave or something.
Now, Garth, without help from the public protector, how can you take this forward?
Well, seriously, I'm looking for an attorney that can work pro bono, but I need an attorney that eats live crocodiles for breakfast, if such a thing exists. I mean, they can. You going to the East for holiday or something where you have sushi and that kind of, raw. Sushi is great. Hey, I lost 5 kgs every time I went there, and it's really good for weight. But I'm looking for a tough, bullet nosed attorney that we can take this public protector to the cleaners and say, guys, sorry, the nonsense has got to stop. We are South Africans. I heard it with the Biz News conference. How many times did people talk about what is the solution? What is the solution is accountability. They have to be made accountable. Every single one of them. I got great support from Advocate Breitenbach. She was helping me. Also, she just sort of like threw her arms in the air and said, well, good luck and carry on. So I would like to have someone really assist us and help us and pull it together because we can. And I would certainly invite the Department of Environmental Affairs to come to the party and let's get it right. Uh, there's no problem. I don't see a problem. We can fix it. They must just pay their bills and get on with life. Yeah.
But, Garth, isn't it sad that you would need an attorney to take on the public protector who's supposed to uh, protect you for free?
Am I asking for the impossible? Yeah, I don't know. Uh, I'm bit. I basically we have no money, Chris. What happens is in the Stalingrad process that they use is so well taught by the Russians, I think, is you end up with no money because you're sitting for 5 years going through a process of justifying yourself, justifying the reasons that you are taking this to the public protector, and eventually you run out of funds, and then you've got nothing, and that is when it all collapses. Everything around you collapses, and you wonder why. What have I done wrong? I mean, I didn't come here looking for trouble. I came here to employ people, and I've done my job. And so the people working around me, the accountants. These projects to run properly take a people. You don't just employ a couple of people in the field. You have an accountant. You have to have a serious accountant because you're buying a lot of equipment, protection equipment, daily. You got fuel bills. You got monthly salaries to look at, and all your timesheets and stuff. When we used to use timesheets properly, not this flaky timesheets that they're using. By the way, that's another thing. I mean, the system they employed is it's to a large extent is fraud because it's the timesheets are typed in. They have to be perfectly clean. Now you can't work in the field with perfectly clean timesheets. They're going to get gravel. They're going to get dirt on oil, chainsaw oil, whatever the case may be. Rain also affects it, and timesheets become dirty. So that's why we use the biometric system. But that was cancelled. That is not a good idea. No, you must use timesheets. Now, the timesheets they used, and I proved it to the public protector, they typed. Okay, so in other words, the contractor's sitting at home, and the guys go home and say, "Hello, I did a day's work, and I went to Pick and Pay on the way here. I worked 8 to 5, and that's the new pay." There's no absolutely EPWP, Extended Public Works Program. They look for one thing: that's job man days. That's how they justify their existence, and that's how they justify their funding. And I can tell you right now on this program, those figures are wrong. They don't. They're not nearly as close to what they should be. The only way to do it is a biometric system where Pick and Pay and these people all use these biometrics. The banks use them. Well, why can't we use that? Because it's too accurate, maybe? I don't know. So we've got that problem too. A lot of those problems to iron out with whoever wants to do it. I need, as I said, a bull-nosed attorney to sort out our finances. I need the Department of Environmental Affairs to come here and let's sort out the future. And Chris Steyn to come visit us in Clarens would be lovely.
Thank you, Garth. I have been following your correspondence, aghast, really. And what message has this experience made you want to give to South Africans?
I think I think there's a strong message here, Chris. Thank you. And thanks for that opportunity, Chris. I think I would like to say to the public protector that we are all South Africans, okay, all of us. We're all from one home, one house, and that's called Southern Africa. And just put down all this nonsense you got there. Come home, come and sit and talk to us and see what you've done. Once you've done that, you will realize your job. Okay, that's number one. South Africans must understand we got to learn to forgive, forget, and move on. Okay, I think that I'm not going to give up. I have no intention of giving up.
That was Garth Brook, the founder of River Rangers in Clarens. Speaking to Biz News, I am Chris Steyn. Thank you, Garth.